losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime.
Alright, what's going on, folks? Welcome to another exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports. Hold on, Lopez. Let me jump right into this, man. I've been gone for a minute. I was out of town, y'all. And it's my fault. I was out of town, but it was business out of town. So we back, man. I'm KSpadeTheProspect. Who is this guy?
I'm your boy LaParis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports.
Yes,
Spade, ain't no need to prolong it. You done had your fun, champ. You done had your fun.
True.
It's time to get back to work.
All right, let's go.
For starters, if you guys have been out the loop, if you guys have been out the loop, a lot of things has happened. First and foremost, Spade. I don't know if you know, but D'Angelo Russell said some things. You know, the rookie point guard that the Lakers drafted. He said some things, and if you don't know what he said, he came out and said that Tracy McGrady could have been the GOAT. The GOAT. Like, Tracy McGrady could have been the GOAT. And somebody has something to say, and Kobe Bryant, in typical Kobe Bryant fashion, all he did was tweeted the emoji of the sleep face with the Z's. What do we make of this, Spade? Is this something? Is it nothing? What is this, Spade? What's going on?
Kobe and T-Mac kind of had a little verbal back and forth. Was it a couple of years ago? I don't know.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, these two guys played, and T-Mac said he got the best of Kobe. Kobe said it never happened. They went back and forth. But at any rate, I can remember somebody clipping up like all the highlights of all the times that Kobe and T-Mac has kind of went up against one another. And I don't know. I mean, D'Angelo Russell didn't say that T-Mac was the GOAT. He said T-Mac could have been the GOAT. And then I guess it's open to interpretation, but maybe he meant had it not been for injuries. And Kobe's a trip. Like, Kobe gonna come back and reply. I guarantee you, if D'Angelo Russell had sent that same tweet but replaced T-Mac with Kobe, Kobe would have been all right with it. So I think Kobe need to just have a seat, man. You can't influence that kid's opinion. Let him have his opinion, Kobe. You ain't God.
And see, that's pretty much what I was going to say, Spade. It's the kid opinion. It's his opinion. You know what I mean? And I mean, like, D'Angelo Russell got to be, what, 18, 19 years old? Kobe been in the league for, what, 20 years? So when D'Angelo was coming up, he probably was, you know, with the T-Mac era. So he's seen T-Mac and all those guys, man. You know, he's seen Kobe too. But, you know, he probably was a big T-Mac fan. If that kid think T-Mac could have been the GOAT if it wasn't for injuries, let that man think that. It's his opinion, man. Kobe, of course, in Kobe fashion. That's what Kobe do, man. Kobe don't like nobody saying nobody better than him. He don't care if you on his team, not on his team. Right. Kobe think he better than Jordan. So that's just what Kobe is. That's just how Kobe is. But, I mean, it makes for good sports talk. So, I mean, Kobe, let the kid have his opinion. So, in that aspect, Spade, we agree.
Wait, I've been gone for 2 weeks, bro. Can I spice it up?
Okay.
I want your personal opinion. Take healthy T-Mac in his prime, Kobe in his prime, which we both know is a phenomenal player. Yeah. And you got to have a two-guard in that era. Who you taking, healthy T-Mac or Kobe?
I'm taking Kobe. I got to take Kobe. I got to take Kobe. I'm taking Kobe. I'm sorry. And anybody know me, know I'm not no Kobe slurper or none of that. I got to take Kobe. So you telling me you taking T-Mac?
I don't know. It depends on how I feel. I really feel like I get an edge to Kobe on defense. Yeah. I've seen Kobe defensively lock some guys up. But I've seen T-Mac take over a game, bro. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Kobe can score too, but I guess it depends on how I'm going to feel at that particular time. Right now, I close my eyes and I any, mini, miny, mo or something. I don't know. But let's move forward, man. We're kind of jumping around on today's show, so let's scoot over to some NFL news. If you guys haven't heard, we had two scuffles, this past week involving quarterbacks. Now, scuffles at NFL training camps is nothing new, but they usually never include quarterbacks. So we got a chance to see an image, which we retweeted from the Strong Arm Sports Twitter account, of Cam locked up with a guy. You got like 3 or 4 guys trying to pull Cam off a dude. Cam don't have a helmet on. Cam Newton does not have a helmet on in this picture. The guy he's in the scuffle with has a helmet on, chin strap button, and Cam is smiling from ear to ear, looking like he is in control of the situation. Before I move on to that second one, man, what do you make of this right here with Cam? Big deal or not?
Well, first of all, I want Cam to be smarter. First of all, you don't never get in a scuffle without your helmet. Come on, Cam, be smarter than this. You pulled these shenanigans last year against the Saints, Cam. Get it together.
Shenanigans.
You are the starting. Yeah, shenanigans. Like, come on, like Cam. Listen, the story is Cam got picked off. Dude kind of showboated. Cam got a little tight, and that's how the scuffle started. Same thing happened last year versus the Saints. Cam scored a touchdown, did his thing. Dude kind of got mad. Cam was showboating. You know what I mean? Took offense to it. Started a big scuffle between the Saints and the Panthers, and it led to mad people getting ejected, all type of crap, man. Cam,
so you
are
put it
the
on
starting quarterback. Yes, man, you are the starting quarterback of the team. Yes, that's Cam. Cam supposed to be keeping crap together. Cam cannot be getting in scuffles, man. He cannot be getting in scuffles. Not Cam. Nope.
I don't know if I agree.
Sorry.
I mean, we don't know what was said, and a quarterback is a leader. He's in a leadership role, and maybe the young fella had got a little too jazzy. Maybe Cam had to let him know, don't let this red quarterback practice jersey fool you. I'll come over there and tighten you up. Who knows? I wasn't there. Let's move on to this next one.
No, wait, Spade. So let me ask you. Cam ain't got a helmet on. The kid got the helmet on. Say the kid headbutted Cam in his jaw and fractured his jaw, and Cam out 6 to 12, 6 to 18 weeks. Then what? Who they back up? Cam cannot get in scuffles, bro.
Cam was smiling. He was in control of the situation.
Okay.
He was smiling.
Okay. All it takes is one freak accident for him to break a hand, break a finger, fracture the throwing arm, something, bro. And just like that, the season over.
I see your point. Since you want to take, the grumpy guy approach, I see your point. Let's move on to this, though. Another quarterback, Geno Smith. The whole story is crazy. Okay. I'm going to sum it up briefly because it's a long story. Basically, a guy wanted Cam to come, not Cam, a teammate wanted Geno to attend like a summer camp that he do for kids. Geno agreed. The guy bought him a ticket. Geno had a funeral to attend. He went to the funeral. He didn't go to the event. The guy was like, yo, just square me off for the ticket I bought you. Geno was like, I'm going to. And I'm going to never actually turn to, here's your money. And it escalated into a fight. And Geno got rocked. He got his jaw broken. The kid ended up being cut. Of course, he has since been signed by the Buffalo Bills. But for some odd reason, everybody was going at Geno like, Geno, he's not a leader. Chris Carter even said that a leader would never put himself in a situation to be sucker punched. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard before in my life. Anybody can be sucker punched unless you're walking around with Secret Service around you. But how you feel about this, man? And since you was hard on Cam, I assume you're going to be hard on Geno here, right?
That's right. Word on the street is Geno didn't get sucker punched. Word on the street is Geno was wagging his finger all in Duke's face. And, I don't know if you've seen that guy, Spade, but that's a pretty buff guy. And he don't look like the guy you want to try. Especially over $600 when you are making millions of dollars. It's Geno's fault because all this could have been, and, word on the street is Geno been cooking in camp. He been, he been improving. You know what I mean? He was penciled in as the starter. Geno, do the right thing. You said you was going to attend the guy thing. You couldn't attend it for whatever reason. The guy paid for the ticket. Give the guy the little 6th round pick who isn't making that much money. $600 is a lot of money to this guy. It's reported that this guy is tight with his bread. Pay the guy's money back, Geno, and all this could have been avoided. You could have been starting for the Jets, but now you got the Kanye through the wire. You got the Kanye through the wire. Your mouth, you got your jaw cracked, and now you out for 6 to 12 weeks or something. Geno, all this could have been avoided if you would have just paid the guy. Like, why wouldn't you pay the guy? I don't understand it. Like, you make millions of dollars, just pay the guy.
I agree.
Come on, man. It just
to play devil's advocate. Just to play devil's advocate, let me throw this at you. If I say, LaParis, look, I want you to come down to Georgia, talk to the youth. I got some kids over here I want you to talk to. And you go, cool. I'll send you the ticket. Something tragic happens, man. Somebody you care a lot about passes away. You got a funeral to attend. That affects people in different ways, right?
Yeah.
When you do return, when we do get back around one another, I don't come at you like, yo, man, I'm sorry about your loss. I come at you like, yo, when you gonna pay me back for this ticket? You might be in a place where you like, man, damn your ticket, man. I just lost someone. I'm not saying it went that way. I'm just trying to show you.
It's been 2 weeks, babe. It's been 2 weeks now.
Sometimes it take a long time to mourn. He might have been
No, that thing happened like previous. I'm saying they've been in camp for 2 weeks. So we don't know that the dude didn't come up to him like, yo, my bad about what happened, but you said you'll reimburse me for this ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Geno was probably sunning that dude. Geno was probably like, damn, $600? You acting like this over $600? And that will get your ass robbed.
Yeah, so, I buy that. Especially putting your finger in somebody's face. Come on, man.
Yeah,
come on.
That'll get you rocked, Geno. Where Geno from originally? I know he played college ball in Virginia, but where is he from? Do you know?
I don't even know what.
Somebody let me know where Geno from. He ain't from the South. He ain't from Georgia. We don't do that finger in the face stuff, bro. We don't do that now.
Yeah, man. That's
all right, what else we got?
So, if you guys haven't heard, too, the Hall of Fame just passed. A lot of guys got inducted. Charles Selly, Jerome Bettis, good guys. Will Shields, a bunch of guys went in. Well-deserving guys that went into the Hall of Fame. And they got everybody that's talking about the next batch of guys. So, I'm going to start off 2 places, babe, before you even go.
Right.
T.O. is on deck next year. So, T.O. could be a first ballot Hall of Famer next year. And Steve Smith actually came out this past week and said this is his last year in the NFL. He's going to retire. And it got people asking, is Steve Smith a Hall of Famer? Is he a Hall of Famer? So I want to get your take on both of these guys, Spade. Is T.O. a Hall of Famer, 1? Do it really matter if you're a first ballot Hall of Famer? And is Steve Smith a Hall of Famer? So I got 3 questions there for you.
Okay, I'm going to just go through them in rapid fire. Is T.O. a Hall of Famer? Absolutely.
Okay.
Steve Smith, is he a Hall of Famer? I'm looking at his numbers right here. You know me. I got his numbers jotted down, right? Terrell Owens has 15,000 receiving yards. Woo, pretty damn good. And he's got a little over 1,000 catches. He's got 1078 catches. Steve Smith, who's 5'9", he came in the league like 5'9", 184 pounds. Let's put that into perspective. And Steve Smith has 13,000 receiving yards. And as of right now, who he's still going to play this season, he's got 915 receptions. He only has 73 touchdowns, where T.O. has almost double that. But if you want to compare those numbers, to me, I don't even think it's not even close. So, yeah, Steve Smith has to get in. When you look at receivers of his stature, and I know you can't do it this way, but when you look at a 5'9" receiver, I don't know that I've ever seen a tougher 5'9" football player. Maybe I've never even seen a tougher football player. Well, you could argue that. But my point is, for his size, he is tough as shit. I feel like they both get in. And the last question, does it matter if he's first ballot or not? For me, it doesn't. Because when we talk about Hall of Famers, when I look back, I don't remember how many ballots it took him to get in. I just know if they in the Hall of Fame or not. So if he gets in Canton, Ohio, you won to me, baby. That's how I see it.
And to your Steve Smith point, I think size should matter. Because for that guy to be that size playing wide receiver at that type of elite level, that should matter. In my opinion, T.O. definitely a Hall of Famer. Steve Smith, definitely a Hall of Famer. Like, I would love for Steve Smith to end this season right here with getting 1,000 receptions and getting 1,000 yards that make him, have him, he'll have 1,000 receptions for his career and have about 14,000 receiving yards. That's just amazing for a guy his size. As far as T.O. and his whole first ballot, I want them to get rid of the first ballot, second ballot, 10th ballot. If you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer. To me, first, second, third, 15th, it shouldn't matter. But see, this is the NFL fault because they can only let a certain, well, they only let, I don't want to say they can only, because they can change the rules if they want, but they only let in a certain amount of guys. So that kind of hinders, well, he's a first ballot, he's a second ballot. He's like, it should have never took Charles Haley 10 times to get in the Hall of Fame. Like, Charles Haley was a beast. If you guys haven't seen Charles, it don't. It really don't. But my point is, if you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer. Whether it's first, second, 10th, it shouldn't matter. Like, when you retire and you are eligible for the Hall of Fame, I say let them in. If you want to separate when they can give their speech, that's something different. Like, yo, we can't let 15 people get a speech this year. So we're going to pick this 8, and then you in the next batch of 8. That's how I figure they should do it. But when you're eligible for the Hall of Fame, they should automatically put you in. They should put you in if you're a Hall of Famer. That's how I think they should do it. But there's no question that T.O. and Steve Smith should both be in the Hall of Fame. No question.
I agree. Also, before we move forward, man, you look at the quarterbacks that Steve Smith played with. Steve Smith played with Jake Delhomme.
Yes.
Like, if you can be successful with Jake Delhomme as your quarterback, you are great already.
Yeah, man. You
ain't lying. All right, man, we kind of talking football. This story right here popped up in the news, and it kind of caught my attention. I wanted to share this story with you guys. Early on, you and I, man, we gave LaShawn McCoy hell for being in Buffalo, still talking about what's going on in Philly. It was like, you don't even play for them no more. Like, why? I wouldn't even answer any questions about them. If the media came up to me asking about Philly, I would just shut that down. Well, we kind of got another situation similar to that going on. Brandon Marshall, this guy right here is a beast, all-pro wide receiver, spent his last season in Chicago, now is no longer there. He's a Jet this year. And he said that he was the only guy on the team that held Jay Cutler accountable, and he basically said that, had it not been for me, like, nobody would hold Jay Cutler accountable. Well, of course, some other players, especially if you consider yourself a leader of the team, other players in Chicago, like, wait a minute. So one guy took it upon himself to address it. That guy would be Matt Forte. Matt Forte said, first of all, the notion that he was the only person that held him accountable is false. And furthermore, Brandon Marshall sometimes didn't hold himself accountable. And if you guys don't know, man, Brandon Marshall did deal with some injuries last season. Injuries is always a tough thing in sports because I don't care who you are. They measure your toughness on whether or not you can handle these injuries and whether or not you can play through them and whatnot. So when you're playing on a team that you're not really helping because you're injured, they're losing. So the frustration is already there. And then in this case, they said that the head coach, Trestman, used to allow Brandon Marshall to fly to New York to shoot like a Showtime NFL show or whatever. And it just caused problems in the locker room. Guys didn't feel like Brandon Marshall always put the Chicago Bears first. So that blew my mind, for one, that Brandon Marshall is still taking shots at Jay Cutler. And then it blew my mind even more that Matt Forte came back with a gun of his own. Like, hold up. So, man, I just want you to speak on that for a minute. What you feel about this whole situation?
See, a lot of these guys, man, especially with the upcoming season, of course, people want to try and stir the pot, and they ask you these questions about your former teams and former teammates. And these guys, I think a lot of these guys try and set up for their next career. And Brandon Marshall, in my opinion, is clearly trying to do that. He already doing Inside the NFL on Showtime. He got a roster spot on their squad, you know what I mean? Talking about the games that just passed previously. And I think a lot of these guys trying to set up for their, career number 2. And that's why these guys answer these questions, because they want to seem like, these guys will answer the tough questions. But sometimes they don't need to be answered, especially when you're still playing. Like, when you want to retire and you want to talk about guys and do all that, that's fine. But you're currently still playing. You're no longer on the team. Talk about the Jets. Let's talk about the Jets. There's no reason for you to still be talking about the Bears, man. And I want to say kudos to Matt Forte for still being a leader on the Bears and, standing up for the Bears and saying, you know what? A lot of people could say he wasn't holding himself accountable. You know what I mean? I think Matt Forte, he's arguably one of the best backs in the league. He gets it done. Pro Bowler. And I think a lot of guys respect him around the league. So when he's one of those guys that don't say too much. So when he speaks, you got to listen to him. You got to listen to him.
Agreed.
So I think a lot of these guys, they trying to set up for that second career, and kind of, they put their foot in their mouth where it don't even need to be there, man. Like, talking about the Bears does nothing for the Jets. Like, how does that help your current situation? Like, just let me, like, when they ask you about the Bears, just be like, man, I want to talk about the Jets. Let's talk about the Jets. Let's talk about them. Come on, Brandon Marshall. You better than that, man. You better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I got nothing to add to that. You just knocked it out the park. I agree.
So, moving on. Our favorite golfer, our favorite, I guess our favorite golfer, is still our favorite golfer, Spade or not? I don't know, man. Maybe
he's not my
Rory.
Favorite golfer, bro.
Maybe Rory, but Tiger Woods missed another cut, Spade. Tiger Woods, man. I want Tiger to get back on track, and not just for the man. You know what? Pro golfers want Tiger to get back on track, because they said when Tiger winning, the money is better. Everything is better when Tiger's on his game. You know, the viewership is better. Everything is better when Tiger's on this game. And for whatever reason, you know what I mean? We talked about this before, Spade, on the show, and you were saying this because Tiger ain't getting his free going no more. But word on the street is Tiger's still getting his free going. That's the word on the street. He's still getting his free going. That's why him and old girl broke up because he was still getting his free going. Lindsey Vonn. But I mean, what's going on with Tiger, man? Should he just call it? Should he just call it a career?
You know, I was about to say, my opinion on this is going to be a complete opposite end of the spectrum from yours. You know, I get what you're saying about when Tiger is good, it's good for golf. But yeah, I think when Tiger is bad, I think it's unfair for other golfers. Somebody went out there and did great and made the cut for the PGA, and we ain't talking about them. We talking about Tiger not making it. And I'm sick of Tiger taking attention from the guys who are actually good. I want Tiger to just sit down. You're not it no more, Tiger. You had a hell of a run. At one point in time, you was the greatest golfer. You still might be the greatest golfer of all time. I don't know. I don't know much about golf, so y'all don't kill me for that. But Tiger's definitely still one of the greatest golfers we've ever seen. But you suck right now. Let it go. Let the new guys come in. Let the next Tiger Woods come in and be great, Tiger. Get out. Just sit down. I'm sick of us talking about somebody who ain't good. Somebody's out there cooking. Let's talk about Spieth or McIlroy. Yeah. Let's talk about somebody. I don't want to talk about Tiger. He's not it.
You ain't lying. You know, last point on golf, man. This ain't got nothing to, you know, I know a lot of people say, you guys always talking about race. This ain't got nothing to do with race. This don't have nothing to do with race, man. Because they thought when Tiger came in, it was going to be this flood of black people going to play golf, and it's not. It's not. It still ain't. We don't rock. We don't rock with golf, y'all. We don't rock with golf. So this don't have anything to do with race. This is what the PGA people are saying. When Tiger's good, it's good for golf. But Spade, you are absolutely right. Somebody did make the cut, and we ain't talking about that guy, man. And that guy could potentially
no idea who they are.
That guy could potentially be the new wave coming in. So I agree with you. Tiger, fall back, and if that means retire because you're not even making the cut no more, champ. You're not even making the cut no more. So either get right or fall back. You know what I mean? So I agree with you 100%, bro. If you guys haven't heard, you know, the USA, you know, Team White, Team Blue, they played. And, you know, it got a lot of people talking, is LeBron going to play for 2016, blah, blah, blah. But Russell Westbrook came out and said, the Thunder will make the NBA Finals this year coming up. Spade, do we agree with Westbrook? The Thunder in the playoffs? Before you go, Kevin Durant came out and said Westbrook and Durant, that those two guys are the best tandem in the league right now. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. The only thing that can stop Westbrook and Durant is injuries. Yeah. And that's really the only thing that has stopped them. Now, don't get me wrong. We've seen them be healthy and go deep into the playoffs and not have enough to win it all. I will say that. But I don't feel like it was a two-man tandem that took them down. It was just a better team and a better philosophy that took them down. So the fact that they feel like they can make it to the finals, I'll buy some of that. I mean, put my chips over there on them. I'm cool with that. Injuries is going to be the only thing that concerns me. Typically, these guys just can't stay healthy, man. I mean, it's not real big, catastrophic injuries. You know, it might be a couple of weeks here or something there. I mean, Russell's a cyborg. He can play with a dent in his damn cheek. But at some point, these guys are always up and down. And if they can time it where they're up during the playoff run, yeah, they're legitimate contenders. They got my back.
I agree. I mean, they went to the finals. Then they go to the finals. Who they went to the finals against, Spade? Was it the Heat? They played the Heat?
I don't know.
I don't remember who they went to the finals.
I'm cutting all this out.
Yeah, I don't remember. But you know, Russell Westbrook and it seemed like it was they always got caught in a perfect storm. It was either they ran up against the Spurs or Westbrook tore his knee up, Durant with his foot, then Westbrook it seemed like somebody wasn't quite there when they went into the playoffs. And I think if like health is huge. They matched the offer to Cantor. I like Ibaka's coming back. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have Ibaka last year. It was always something or somebody that was out. So with them getting Ibaka back, Cantor, if Durant can stay healthy, Westbrook can stay healthy, you add Deion Waiters, you add Morrow with his deep shooting. I think they can go deep in the playoffs. I can see them in the finals. So, you know, we have to wait and see. But I like that they stirring up the pot and saying, yo, we it. We it. They got to come through us. I like that. Golden State going to have something to say about that, though. I would love to see Westbrook go against Steph in that first round last year. But Westbrook.
Man, I was about to say, even without Westbrook, even without Durant, I think Steph would have had hell on his hands trying to guard Russell Westbrook.
It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good upcoming season, man. It's gonna be a good upcoming season.
Matter of fact, let me put some more chips on that.
Okay.
I bet on that.
Okay.
All right, but check this out, man. This is something that I just kind of brainstormed up in my head. I want you to do a little bit of role playing, and y'all mature yourselves. This ain't no freaky stuff right here. Okay. I want you to pretend you are an agent. I'm gonna throw you. Let's say I'm gonna throw you 4 NFL players who currently don't have contracts with teams. Okay. And I want to know, if you're that agent, what teams are you contacting to try to get your clients a job? Okay. Your first client is Michael Vick, Agent LaPairs. Who are you calling to get Mike Vick a job this season, man?
Let me ask you, do they have to be a starter?
No, not at all. They need a job, man. They got what?
I would like to see Michael Vick go to the Minnesota Vikings. You know, I like Teddy Bridgewater. I like Teddy Bridgewater, and I think Teddy Bridgewater is, you know, his arrow was pointing up, man. He got a lot of upside. But I would just like to have somebody behind Teddy Bridgewater that can, you know, get in his ear and be like, you know, do it this way. You know what I mean? Improve this. Somebody that Teddy Bridgewater could just talk to. And I think Michael Vick, been around the block, did jail time, can pretty much be a solid, I don't want to say a great, but a solid mentor to Teddy Bridgewater. So I would like to see Michael Vick be a backup with the Minnesota Vikings. And if Teddy Bridgewater, you know, hopefully it don't happen, but if he was to go down, Michael Vick could fill right in and be a solid contributor to that team.
Okay, I like that. All right, your next client. This one won't be so easy, man. This one right here is a running back. I want to know, how are you going to get your client, Chris Johnson, CJ2K? Oof. How you going to get him a job? Who you calling?
Well, it's reports that Chris Johnson may sign with the Cardinals. And if I'm Chris Johnson's agent, that's the perfect fit. Like, I could see him and Ellington in the backfield. I would like to see Chris Johnson sign with the Cardinals. So if I'm CJ2K, man, I don't even know why we still call him that. He ain't had 1,000 yards in about he had 1,000 yards in about 2 years.
CJ 900.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, CJ 700.
Word. So I would like to see him go to the Cardinals. I think that'd be an excellent pickup. And if I'm Chris Johnson, that's a place I think I want to be.
Okay. Well, they ain't getting no damn easier over here, man. Okay. You one shitty agent to have this band of misfits.
You ain't lying.
But your next client is Ray Rice, man. Who are you calling to get Ray Rice a job, bro?
Woo, Ray Rice. So it's reports that the Browns are interested in Ray Rice. But if I'm Ray Rice agent, I'm like, you want a job, and you know, you really can't be too picky at where you want to go. But I'm gonna tell you what. I would like to see Ray Rice go to somewhere like the Atlanta Falcons, man. Always had an issue with a run game. You know what I mean? I know they got Freeman back there, but, you know, they running backs are a little banged up, man. These guys didn't play in the preseason. Reports are that these guys are in camp getting banged up. I would like to see Ray Rice get an opportunity with the Atlanta Falcons.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. All right, man. I guess I'm gonna finish off with a little bit easier one. The only problem this guy got is age, but you know, Miami great receiver Reggie Wayne. That's your last client. Woo. What team are you calling, man?
I mean, me being biased, I would love to make the call to Dallas for Reggie Wayne to fill in on that squad. But that's probably out of the loop because they pretty much got some receivers over there. But I'm gonna tell you somewhere I would like to see Reggie Wayne go. I would like to see him go to the Miami Dolphins. And I don't know why. If I'm the agent, I'm calling Miami like, you know what? You got a bunch of young guys. You got Kenny Stills. You got some guys over there. You need a veteran guy like, I think they got Greg Jennings as well. I think Greg Jennings, Kenny Stills, and Reggie Wayne, and they drafted a young kid. I can't remember the young kid they drafted.
Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker. I think Reggie Wayne could go in there and contribute and help Tannehill become a better quarterback, man. So if I'm Reggie Wayne agent, I'm calling Miami like, what y'all got brewing down there? Y'all don't need a veteran? So I think Reggie Wayne in Miami would be a great fit. Kind of going home to the U. And I think that'd be a good fit.
I'll tell you what. I said you was a bad agent to have this band of misfits, but you might be a pretty good agent. I like all those calls, man. It's pretty good reads. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, let's finish today's show off with another step on our all-time NFL team. Okay. If you guys have missed any of this and you'd like to go back and check it out, we always keep a link in the description where you guys can see some older shows. And we've been building 2 super powerful teams.
Yeah.
This year, we're going to add a couple of more positions. This episode, we're going to add a couple of more positions. We're going to give you guys one fullback, and 2 tight ends. And I feel like going first. All right, so check this out. At fullback, man, you and I spoke off camera. It's really going to depend on what you want. It's some great rushing fullbacks. It's some pretty good hand, receiving fullbacks. Me, I went with a guy that you guys probably don't know much about. He's never been in Madden for all I know. Give me the old 49er fullback, Tom Rathman. This guy used to get in front of Roger Craig and just make sure that he had a nice path to go. It was either going to be Rathman or Larry Zonka. I decided to go with Rathman because I saw more of him play. But that's what I want to do at fullback. Man, who's your fullback?
When I went fullback, I went with lead blocker as well. I want somebody that crack linebackers, face mask. I want that guy. So a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of this guy. Spade, I'm pretty sure you have. Give me who should be in the Hall of Fame as a fullback. Because he's that guy. But give me Lorenzo Neal. I want Lorenzo Neal. He has lead block for some of the best running backs. And I think man. Lorenzo Neal used to lead block for LaDainian Tomlinson. All them great years LaDainian Tomlinson had with the Chargers. Jatron means just numerous guys he has lead block for, and all those guys that he the list goes on and on. Corby Dillon, just numerous guys. Every guy he ever led block for has reached 1,000 yards. So give me that guy. I feel like if my running back is running behind Lorenzo Neal, they automatically get at least $1,000. They're going to get 1,000. They're going to get 1,000. So give me Lorenzo Neal. Give me that guy. I want that guy lead block.
That's good stuff.
If you don't know who he is, Google him.
All right, man. So you got to lead with with tight ends.
Tight ends could be a little controversial, but in my book, it's only 2 tight ends I could choose from. We picking 2 tight ends, right?
We better not have the same two. Yeah, we picking 2. We better not have the same two, man.
At tight end, give me Shannon Sharp, man, the Hall of Fame. I want Shannon Sharp as my tight end. Do you want me to give you both of them or only one?
Well, that's one of mine, so go ahead and steal my
other one. Is Tony Gonzalez, man. I want both of
yeah, oh my God, bro. We picked the exact same
I just think that's it. Like, when you go to tight ends, that's the standard. So you got to pick those 2 guys, man.
I agree.
When you go to tight end, that's the standard, man. Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp. And I think, you want to go double tight. I don't know how you stopping that with the receivers we got. So I don't know how you stopping that. You can't double all these guys.
Yeah, man.
So you good?
Yeah, I agree. I'm good. That's a hell of a show. That's how you come back from a 2-week break.
That's how you come back. As usual, you guys, we are back. Before we go, Spade, and I know we running kind of long, but before we go, what we're going to do on the midweek show, there is a midweek show coming. What we're going to do is we're going to give you guys an NFC East on the next midweek show. We're going to give you guys NFL breakdown. So the next show will be the NFC East and the AFC East. So you guys are not going to want to miss that. We're going to break down who we got winning the divisions and why. We're going to break down why, the reasoning. We're going to break down what team needs help. That's going to be the midweek show. I don't want to spoil it, but that's the midweek show. You guys are not going to want to miss that. As usual, this is Strong Arm Sports. If you're a regular here, bang the like button. It takes 2 seconds. If you're new here, bang the subscribe button. It's up there. If you don't want to see our mug shots or the podcast information just for the audio, it'll be down there, man. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We want to thank you guys for your continued support. We back. My homie Spade is on vacay, and we back. We back to get beat, man. It's going to be a great season of football, and we ready. Strong Arm Sports, Spade. We'll see these guys next episode, bro. Peace.
Money team.